au kuniacha kamwe, wala kunidharau hata siku moja. Wengine walinihukumu, marafiki walijitenga nami,
na ulinishika mkono hadi mwisho. Kwa magumu na mabaya nani kama wewe?
Zako ni tele, milele na milele.
Hi everyone, welcome once again to Saga Prison Stories. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on which location you are in or which zone you are in, where you are watching us from. You are very, very welcome to Saga Prison Stories. I want to start by thanking those who have been supporting us in one way or another. In one of these days in my videos, I will thank you by your names, those who are willing, because there are those who have said I should not mention their names. But thank you so much for supporting our mission, supporting our program. You know, we go to prisons, we go to visit, we take to them stuff, the basic needs, the very, very basic needs like toothpaste, slippers, toothbrush, underwear, toiletries, toilet paper. So thank you so much for those who have stood with us. Before I continue today, I want to introduce my guests. One of them you know already, and one has come all the way from Germany. We want to share a little bit with her, and I hope you'll enjoy it. So welcome once again to Saga Prison Stories. Please start by telling us your names.
Hello, and thank you so much for this great privilege. My name is Lilian Atoti, well known as Atoti. I'm from Germany, but I'm a Kenyan.
Yes, Lilian, I know we've spoken, I think we spoke like 4 or 5 months ago on phone when you were still in Germany, and I'm glad that you have made it to come home. I hope you've eaten ugali, fish.
Of course.
You went to the village?
Yes, I went to the village too. I met my grandmother, and as usual, you're always the queen there.
I know, especially if you've been away for long.
Yeah.
Welcome to Kenya.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm Robbie Mukonjero. Welcome back to Saka Prison Story. We thank God for all of you who are supporting us. May God bless you so much. Today we have a very nice visitor here, and we are happy to host her.
Thank you.
So, my friend Atoti, let me call you Atoti Jabez.
It's easier.
Not that I've not watched some of your interviews. I've also watched you on your YouTube channel, and you're doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
And I urge even my people, Saga family, to subscribe to your channel, though we are going to tell them that as we continue. I would just like you to start by, a little introduction about yourself, how you grew up, you went to school, and then we'll progress from there.
Okay, I was born and raised in California. It's near Majengo. And my childhood was not so good and not so bad. But I must say the bad part, I chose it myself. It was a choice to be a stubborn child, to be influenced by my peer, my fellow children, or let me say my fellow youth. I'm the one who just put myself in that shoe, of which it was not so good. I really disturbed my mom, like I said. In other interviews, nilimsumbua sana. I disturbed her so much, and from class 1 to class 8, it was a little bit better. But when I entered secondary school from Form 3, when my dad died, he passed on in 1998. This is when the problem started. I always say I gave the devil a chance in my life, which he even used it very, very badly. In Form 3, I went to school in Kangundo. It's known as Misiani Girls. I big up to all the Misiani babes. Hi, wherever you are, wherever you're watching me from. And in that third form, when I was in Form 3, we had strike in school. Unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know how to put it, I was part of it.
If you were mtoto mtukutu, you wouldn't have missed that.
Yeah, even if I didn't, I didn't destroy or did anything practically, but just because of being a bad girl or that kind of bad group, and I want to show myself, I was definitely in the mix. So after that, the strike took on, the school was destroyed, a lot of properties, and it was in the middle of the night, so they called police for us in Kangundo police station.
What?
Yes, whereby we were all packed. The people who are said to be the ringleaders, I was among them, and they packed us and took us to Kangundo police station in Kangundo. So we stayed there overnight until the next day around, I think it was around 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, when one of the parents that was a little bit strong or outspoken stood for us and said it's not legal or something like that, that we as students underage to be in prison, to be in a cell.
How old were you then, more or less?
I was around 17 years.
17.
Yes.
How many children were taken to the cell?
We were around 10 people. Yeah, around 10 people.
So what did you people do? You planned something, or you did something, or?
Let me just say we did. We destroyed. We tuliharibu.
How?
We destroyed. We broke glasses.
Window.
But I was not only the only person. Let me just say the truth. I was not the only one who did it, because it was a group and the whole school was taking part. But now the people who are in the front line are always the victims.
The ringleaders.
The ringleaders, the criminals.
What was your contention? What was your bone of contention? Why did you people destroy this?
I think we were denied midterm, if I'm not wrong. It was because of midterm, it was not part of our school routine. So because we all wanted it, and especially with that we have third forms, we are feeling like tumekuwa. I mean, we are big girls, so we can decide what we want when we want. This is how we talked to other students. Then we decided, no, tonight we have planned this and this, and we even called a meeting in the dining hall, whereby all the students were there, and now we said, now is the time, kila mtu aende, you do what you can do, then they will now decide to give us the meter, but it didn't work like that.
So you planned it?
Yeah, we planned it. It was a planned mission.
And when
Lakini si poa, people should not do that.
Yeah,
actually they shouldn't, because there are a lot of such cases these days in schools. And you know, one thing that the students must know is, once they do this, it is the parents who suffer.
Of course.
Because the students at 17, where will you get money to pay for this damaged thing, goods? What happens is the parents are the ones who suffer for all this. By paying for things they should not, because they've already paid for school fees. There are several ways of solving these problems without destroying the schools. So students should not actually indulge in such things. So they took you to the police station.
Yeah.
I want to know about the station. Though you were there for only one day, were there beds where you slept?
No. There were no beds. There were no beds. The only thing that there were no mattress. The only thing that I will never forget, the kungunis. Oh my God, they were too much.
Kungunis are bed bags.
Yeah, the bed bags. By the time I came out, my whole body was catastrophic. I have a skin issue, so I have a beautiful skin that the kungunis like too much, mosquitoes. So they really chopped me. Let me say like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. And were you people given any food?
Yeah, in the morning there was chai, and you know, in school we are not being given chai, so it was always uji. So that chai, we were all excited that we even forgot. We forgot the reason that we are there. And Mbaka, you are going for the second round.
Tea with what?
With bread. And it was half loaf of bread.
Half?
Yeah.
That was a good police station.
Maybe because you
maybe
are
they
students.
consider the fact that
you are young
students,
people.
But it was like a Christmas for us, because we don't get bread anyhow.
And I know students like to take a break from school, no matter what. And that's what you people wanted.
Yeah.
You know?
So we were there, and but the consequences came, and they were a bit harsh.
Yeah, before we go to that, the toilets in the police station?
Oh, they were horrible. They were horrible.
Can you explain a little bit?
Pit latrine. Yeah, so, and you know, inside there are all these
worms.
The worms and all this, I don't know, like inzi. They would be making inside there. So one of my friends was telling me, guy, nikienda huko sasa ingine ingeko macho.
You are lucky because they normally put a basket. So everybody.
Basket for?
for the
bucket.
bucket,
A bucket.
and then you
yeah,
use it.
I remember those steel buckets
Yeah.
that they used to use as toilets, and then people will
carry in the
prisoners
Yeah.
would carry them to go and empty.
Yeah.
You know, even on your head. And
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
okay, were the police people good to you?
I must say they were not so harsh.
You are not beaten?
No, we are not. They didn't maltreat us. It was all okay.
Okay.
They only shouted at us, but why do we have to do something like that when other children, they're outside there wishing to go to school, and we are here destroying and demolishing the school? Yeah.
Okay. That it's interesting how you change your life, and you know, that is now past and gone.
Yeah.
As much as we don't live in the past, but we say that there's one thing that we love saying, that there's no testimony without a test. That probably was your test.
Exactly.
So that one day you'll be, you know,
testifying
and a teacher to young people who are coming up, to show them that some things are not worth doing. And okay, you finish school, and then
yeah, so I finished my school. Actually, I was expelled from that school, so I had to look for another school. But when I would reach in that school, I had to be a good girl. So everything went fine. I finished my secondary school. Then all this peer pressure came in again. I still disturbed like as usual. I refused to finish my colleges and all that. They tried to give me a chance to come to Germany like 2 times. I still been run away from home. So there are a lot of things that we young girls, we tend to do due to peer pressure or maybe due to influence, which affects us so much. So, and I'm part of that type of group of children. So after that, I got the chance now to go to Dubai. I stayed there for like 2 to 3 years. Then again, I got another chance to go to Germany, and this year I wanted to go.
Beautiful. And what did you say you do in Germany now?
In Germany now, I'm working as a daycare mom. I take care of kids.
Yes.
Yeah. Which whereby okay, in Kenya, I believe those days I used to go to school in 80s, 90s. The people used to go to kindergarten. We used to still call them school, and the teachers there, or the people take care of them, we call them teachers.
Very true.
Which is still in my mentality till today.
Yes,
I've never forgotten it. So if I say I'm a teacher now, it would be like I'm lying, but this is how I used to call it. So I'm just a daycare mom.
Ah, that's good. That's a good job when you're abroad,
Yes.
Because I lived in Italy for almost 10 years,
Wow.
and I know that when you have a job like that, it pays you well.
Yes, of course.
If you are doing the same thing in Kenya, you not earn anything. But abroad, that is good money.
Yeah.
So I believe when I come to visit in Germany, I'll not miss a place. I won't sleep in a hotel.
You not sit on the sofa. You see,
yes.
sit very well with a nice sofa, not only sofa.
That is very good. How about going the process of getting papers in Germany? I know it's more or less the same as Italy, because let me hear if there's any difference. How do you go about it in Germany?
I don't know so much about Italy, but I think the processes are almost the same, because in Germany we have a lot of schools, and not only universities, but also all this career maybe you can do something like a business school and all those. I don't know them so well, but I know there are schools which are not universities. They are like colleges, where you go and train yourself for your own future career. And that is one of the ways that people used to go to Germany.
Yes.
And there's another one also called the FSJ, which is a way you can go freewheeling, as in freewheeling. You go and work like not in daycare, in all
like
these.
a volunteer.
Yeah, like a volunteer work, exactly. So you can work in all these homes where they take care of old people, or you work in where they take care of all these orphans and all that.
Yes. That
and
is
there's
true.
also another way they call au pair. You can also go there through all this process. I'm saying is now after finishing the contract, you can now look for your way out. Yeah.
Okay, what I know happens is you can go to, a lot of people take a visitor's visa, which lasts for only 3 months. and maybe you don't want to come back home.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if you went on a visitor's visa
Mm-hmm.
and it has expired
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want to come back home,
Mm.
what do they do so that they stay without dodging the immigration?
Okay, there's the most known way is when you get there, if you know your ambition is not to go back home,
Yes.
to come back to Africa.
Mm.
Some people always find their way out, like looking for a white man to stay with.
Yes, so that you become a citizen after some years.
Yeah.
I think 5 in Italy. I think it's 5 years in Italy.
Mm.
It's 5, I think. No, I don't remember well, but I think if you marry an Italian and then after 5 years, stable marriage, because of course, they also know that people do it for papers.
Yeah, yeah.
So they have to come to your home to verify that you're actually living together.
Yeah.
And if you're working apart, they have mechanisms of determining whether it's just an immigration fraud or it is true marriage.
Yeah.
Is that there in Italy, in Germany?
Germany is the same thing. If you like, now you just came, you got married.
Yes.
The first thing they always check is they will come to your home. But some people, they are lucky. You find out that they cannot, they will not come to your place. They will not come to your house.
Okay.
But some people too, they are unlucky. They will come to your place. They will ask you people questions in different rooms to know if
Your
people
story
are
is
living
synchronized.
together. Yeah. And some people, they even follow you up to your village where you come from in Africa. Like I know cases like from Nigerian people, Congo people, they always follow them up to their last route for them to be sure that this person is like this and like that and like that, and
not
they are
doing
married.
fraud.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And in Italy, I also saw a lot of people, especially from the West, used to come by. I would hear stories of people crossing using the boat, and a lot of people losing their lives, in the oceans, trying to get to Italy. Does that happen also in
Yeah, in Germany it happens too. A lot of not only West Africans, even some, let me say some East African people, but I don't know specific which country. But I heard of one story that they came through the water, the waterway, and yeah, it's sad, and it's not something that is hidden now. It's everywhere. Even the Europe government, they know about it. So they use the road to come to Europe, and some people succeed, but some people lose their lives there. They lose their loved ones, children. It's a sad way to use to come, but I mean, everybody's looking for greener pastures. We can't judge anybody.
But green, are they really so green? Because if one has to get in a boat and then you're with probably your family and they don't know how, maybe some don't know how to swim, because I understand that this captain of is it the boat or the ship or whatever, they leave you, like you see that is the end where you're supposed to land.
Yeah.
To ship, okay, where the ship should is it dock,
Like, yeah.
and then because they don't want to be arrested by the immigration officials of that country, they tell you to jump out of the ship or out of the boat and swim your way to the end, and a lot of people end up losing their lives this way. Because I heard of stories of a family that came, and there was even an expectant lady.
Oh, good.
And she was, the guy doesn't care because they get money in order to carry these people to this place, to cross the sea or the ocean or whatever. And then they don't want to get you to the edge, to the end, because they don't want to be arrested. So they ask you to jump and swim all the way.
Do they tell you before the boat start that you maybe they will leave you on the way?
I don't think they are in business. Maybe they...
That is sad.
Because
sad.
for someone to jump in the waters, in the deep waters, and sink, then it means maybe you didn't know, because if you are told they will leave you to swim all the way and you don't know how to swim,
you don't know how to swim,
you will not go. So it is, and then these people like here, they're the ones who go and report themselves as to the government that they don't have papers, they are refugees, and they go to live in the refugee camps. How are the refugee camps in Germany?
Refugee camps, I must say, comparing to the situation you're in, I don't think you can say like it's a bad place, because in Germany they are very much comfortable. Okay, not really comfortable. It depends also where you are, where they have put you, because they have different levels.
Like which location?
Yeah, exactly. The location, like we have Bayern, maybe it might be different with the Baden-Württemberg. Maybe it's different with Niedersachsen or so. So they are different land with their different rules, but I mean their conditions of living and all that. But the rights, their rights are all the same.
They're the same.
Yeah.
Does it take long for the immigration officials to go through the process of because these people when they land they come with a story, isn't it? They come with stories of how they landed there and why they have no papers and so forth and so forth. Does the process take so long before they verify that the story you gave us is true, or if it is not true, of course you are bundled into the next plane and you're taken back home?
Yeah, actually the process is just like the way you are looking for your papers in Europe. Yeah, so it depends. Some people, they like, I said in another interview, some people are lucky they can take them 3 months.
Yes.
Some people are lucky they can take them like 6 months, 1 year. And some people, they can even stay there for 10 years before they get their papers. Yeah. So it depends.
So it's just like Italy, eh?
Yeah.
But you are lucky you got your paper very fast.
Yeah, I must say it's God.
Which method did you use?
I was married.
You were married. That is the fastest way. That is the fastest.
Fastest.
But do you think it is good to marry just because you are looking for a paper, or is it good to marry the white person because you are in love?
It depends with your ambition, but I cannot say it depends with your ambition. Because after what I experienced or from what I've seen, they are also human beings.
Yes.
They are also human beings. So you can go there with love and still it can grow. You can also go there without love and the love can still come and grow. And you know, all the marriages that are Kenya, marriages always break sometimes.
Yes.
So as much as African marriage can break, Europe marriage can also break. So ile kitu imekupeleka, if you have that ambition, it's up to, so it's a personal decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the people who lives in the refugee camps, they don't have papers at all.
No, they have papers.
Okay.
Yeah, they have papers, but they can only move in around Germany, some around only where you're living. But they are entitled to a lot of things. They can even go to school. Some even do their careers. Yeah, they are entitled to a lot of things. The only thing is that you don't have that your passport with you and all that. Yeah.
A lot of them, like those ones who come by boat or by whatever, they don't come with their. I think even if they have passports, they throw them. So that you know, they can help you for those who need help. Yeah. Okay. There are people who. Okay. Before I ask this question, in Italy, I see that Kenyans are not as united as like other people from other African countries. Is that the same case in Germany?
It's the same case in Germany. This one I'll say it again and again. Compared to others, like other community, let me use the communities that I know around me. I know of Nigerian community. I know of Congo community.
Yes.
I know of Sierra Leone. They are so much united.
Cameroon.
They are so much united, especially God forbid, like cases of death. You see, they'll chip in so quick, and the person will be transferred
very fast.
And also in their parties, they respond. They come, they jolly with you, and they cry with you. But in Kenya community, in Isasa, it's at this time they started to come together, but it's not responding so much or so big like other West African communities. Yeah.
Why do you think there is this problem? Because I witnessed the same thing in Italy.
Yeah, I don't know. Kenya, we have a problem, Kenya women. We have
Exactly.
a problem that only
Don't
God,
love one another.
only God can solve.
Hey
that
guys,
one.
Can solve it.
Those who are abroad, let's love each other.
Yeah.
Those who live in other countries, it's far. It's difficult to stay in a foreign land without love. It's good to love one another, to come through for each other in case of anything. This idea of people, everybody, each for each and God for us all, is not a good thing, because we need each other all the time, at all times. Kupendana, togetherness is good. Now, there is another. The second question is, when you get your papers so fast, because as we have said, it depends on each person and each situation. I can go to, you can go to Germany and get your paper in 3 months, 6 months, like you did. Others will take a year, 5, 10 years, and maybe they'll end up being deported because their story has not gone through, or whichever method they used has not gone through. When you get your paper so fast, people again say, no, it is not, it's not genuine, or it's not true. Why? And yet it is possible. I know you can get.
And the case happens always in Kenyan community because as much as maybe I'm informed. I don't know. It's jealous or it's, I don't know.
Envy.
Because someone can come. Like maybe for example, my friend can come. Maybe we go at the same time, or maybe she come after me. And she takes 6 months for her to just get her, like this one they call Aufenthalt, for her to be able to stay in Germany. It's not a stay, but because you cannot explain to the Kenyans, after to Italy, you tell the person Aufenthalt, they will never understand. That's why I always say stay, because this one enables you to stay in that country. Most of the other countries that I know, they even help their brothers and their sisters to get it, to show them how to get it, the ways out. But you find out that me as a Kenyan, if I know that my friend came after me, I was the first one to come, and she has a stay before me, I will start now to bring some kind of fake stories about her. She did this, she did that, of which I find it's very unfair.
Even if you know, people don't live in the past, who does not have a story? But everybody's story is different. Why would one dwell on that? Why wouldn't they dwell on what is good, that what is coming forward, or what somebody is working towards achieving? Why bring the past for no reason at all? Is it people that bad, or other people just enjoy bringing people down? How do you deal with that? Because you have a channel as well, and I'm sure you have seen one or two of these things.
Oh, I've seen bombshell. But the Wakenya, all Germany, acheni kutupa mawe. It's not fair. It's not fair, especially if you don't know the person. You don't have. I mean, why should you even say what you don't know about somebody? And what I always say. Every disappointment or every disappointment is an appointment. And everybody is entitled to their own opinion.
Definitely.
And another thing, the more you throw the stones on me, you bring me out. You are even giving me the strength to move on, if I have the strength. So because I have my ambition, I have to get the strength to move on. I will not look at what you're saying. If you are there to bring me down with your negative vibes, I will just look at you down. So you are the one who's bringing yourself down. But if you come with positive vibes and give me even more ideas on how to do this, because a lot of people, they want to do something to have something on their table. I might be doing it for pleasure. Another person is doing the YouTube thing to have food on their table. So when you bring them down and they still have the stress at home, it's not fair.
It isn't.
And I believe most of you guys that bring people down with negative vibes is depression. It might be depression. Or maybe you just don't want the person.
Or just negativity. Who are just negative with everything in life. Because I believe that a tree, you see, look at that tree. If I'm looking for mangoes and that tree has no mangoes, will I throw stones to get anything?
No.
But if it's full of juicy mangoes, nice ones,
definitely.
Imagine how many stones will be thrown at it. How many?
It's true.
So look at yourself that way. When negative things come, see yourself as the mango tree with beautiful mangoes, and everybody is after you with stones. So you turn their pain into purpose and into gain. You know, you don't let the negativity weigh you down, because if you do, then you cannot move a step forward.
It's true.
Yes. So I'm happy that we have had this conversation, and the highlight is that students who are in school, please don't engage in destroying the schools. One, because you're going to waste your time going home when you're supposed to be in school. Two, your parents are going to be charged heavily when they are struggling to pay your school fees. Three, you will not have solved the problem that you wanted to solve because, you'll have destroyed a lot of things. It is not worth it. You will end up in the police station like she did, but it never weighed her down. She turned her life around, and now she's doing great things. I would like you to talk about your channel, what you do. I understand you're doing a great job for the community.
Once again, Saga family, thank you so much for this great opportunity. If it's not you guys, we won't be here today.
Yes.
If you go to my channel, it's called Atoti Talks. I do empowerment. I empower young girls, young women. I also discuss on marriage issues. We have a very nice discussion at the moment that is going on. It's an episode. And I also do humanitarian work. I go back to the society to check on the less privileged and the ladies like me that almost lost hope. By the way, we will do another video maybe, and talk about the reason how I come to Germany, what I went through.
Okay.
Yeah, that is going to empower one person to give somebody hope. That there's always hope, there's always tomorrow, if you only work hard and stay focused. Yeah. So my channel is called Atoti Talks. Go there, subscribe, like and share. Thank you so much.
Okay. Well, I just want to thank Saka family. We thank you so much. You have supported us. Please continue. We love you. Please like, share, and comment. And remember that we love you so much for your support. Thank you.
Thank you, family. Thank you once again. Like, subscribe, comment. And this season, we are going to bring for you plenty of diverse stories. We shall be interviewing people maybe in the prison, those who are there innocently and do not deserve to be there, even those who have committed crimes and maybe they have repented. Remember, God forgives. And if God can forgive, then we human beings can also forgive, because we have all fallen far short of his glory. None can stand before him and say, I am the best. We all err in one way or another. Let's learn to love each other. Let's learn to forgive each other. And those who have done wrong, repent, and God will always forgive. Thank you so much, Atoti, for being with us, and for us having had that discussion. When you go back to Germany, I wish you well.
Thank you.
And when you come back, we shall do another interview again. And even before you go back,
of course,
we can talk about what you have just mentioned.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Wewe haukuniacha kamwe, wala kunidharau hata siku moja. Wengine walinihukumu, marafiki walijitenga nami,
Na ulinishika mkono hadi mwisho.